I absolutely believe everything you just said.
Wow!
100% believe
Wow!
everything you said. Yeah.
Wow,
Like,
bro.
Yeah.
even yesterday, I was staring up and down on my mum just for this voice.
You know, so mad. When I said, "Oh, my mum's," yeah, and the baby was questioning it, and I was just thinking, yeah, you're right in your head.
No, bro, I hear it though.
No, but who says, "Oh, my mum's"?
Yeah,
though?
true.
You said no. Who did say on my mum's?
Me.
Yeah.
To who?
No.
But I said, I'm in.
She was like, he's from Leicester, or he goes Leicester or something.
So he's like,
She was all stereotyping. I was like,
Yeah,
this guy
yeah.
keeps to
Useless
himself.
individual.
So you saw on your own mum for
Listen,
for
anything for my boy. My boy wins, I win.
That's a true friend.
Yo,
right there.
listen.
And she was all questioning. I was just thinking, how many niggas you know gonna do that?
That's a true friend
Listen.
right there. You better cherish this nigga, man.
100%.
You better
All I'm
cherish this
saying
nigga.
is, listen, if it was any chingum babe, I would have been like, you know what, I don't even care. If she's
100%. No, but she is though. I'll be real.
Chingum.
The way she not that's in the one that you was even the smaller one.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I clocked that one from time ago.
Question
I'm not gonna lie
mark.
to you. Any type of movement, you're inside still. You're in the box still.
Trust me. I said like there's no man marking, like there's no defense system.
There's nothing. It's just pure attack.
It's a pure attack.
Yeah.
Ultra attacking.
100%.
And then she's put some under 16, some prospects at the back. It's like Salah Mane and that, and then Reece Williams and all them man at the back.
Still.
Damn.
Wrong still.
Yeah.
That's long. What, Maguire centre back?
Training ground.
Not even Maguire. Maguire has some kind of international pedigree. I'm talking like under 21s, as in, you know, not even the big ones like what's my man's name, Brian Rooster and all them that you know about. It's just these man Williams. Who the fuck is Williams? Just put them on the back.
Mad. That's actually crazy.
Addicted.
That's mad.
Boom. What you say? Nothing New Podcast.
Welcome. Nothing New Podcast.
Wait, are we recording?
Yeah, we've been
God damn. Listen.
We've been recording, bro.
Shit then.
What episode number is this? Obviously, because we missed last week's one.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I'm all my shit. It's my bad, isn't it? Obviously, I had a man.
It's not even really your bad. It's just
No, it's my bad still. No, it's a life thing.
It's
it
a life
happens, but it was my bad. At the end of the day, essentially, it was my bad still.
calm.
Basically, I'm gonna own my shit. You know,
Look at this black king.
You know,
holding himself accountable for shit.
Some dons missed episodes, and you know. That was that. He said you better accept it, take it or leave it. That's what I'm saying. But me,
hey, there's three of us. That person want me.
But
That's
me,
a draw
all I'm saying is, you know, man, them were going to Leicester to link babes. Me,
Man, alright, don't even do that.
This is the same guy that fought on his mum's life. You didn't do that.
Can you imagine? When I definitely sat in that stupid room, bro. Anyway, man's not gonna.
But yeah. Basically, what happened is, man's gone to go charge the electric. Charged it, put the money on the electric.
But you actually put the money on it?
Bro, I put
L.
the money on the electric, and then I lost
sad.
the key within 30, not even 30 seconds of moving. Like maybe 30 seconds is under exaggeration or whatever you call it. Maybe like 3 minutes of walking, I've retraced my steps, done everything, went back to the shop twice, 3 times.
I'll be fuming.
Said nothing, bro. She called up my energy provider. They said, yeah, we've got. They said, don't worry about it. It's alright. It's cool. It happens. We've got keys here and here. I had to drive to both locations. They didn't have no damn keys, bro. And they said, okay, cool. They don't have keys. Just go on this website. There's a list. There's a list of there. Them go to these places. Man's driving like a driving man. Driving. Nothing. No keys, bro. I was without electricity for
2 days, isn't it?
2 days, basically.
Crazy.
Man, I had to have that
Man, I had to
fucking kettle shower.
Boil water.
Kettle
I had to
shower.
boil water. Medieval
And a
things.
pot.
I had to boil water.
Join the gang,
And
man.
then.
What do you mean
pour
join
it-
the gang?
When was the last time you ain't boiled water?
No, I'm saying. Listen, yeah,
we don't do that
don't have
anymore.
humble beginnings,
That's what I'm
but
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The money come up a little.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Penthouse living
we
now.
got the showers now.
It's one of those things where like until that happens to you, you don't deep
Bro, that's
how
Bro,
crazy
how-
it is.
bro,
Yeah.
like, even during mid-victory
This-
victory pour, when you know the last bits
The
of
last
water,
one.
and you pour it over yourself, the victory pour,
Fam.
I'm thinking, you know what, like, I'm actually still privileged, because on that day, I had
You
Chinese
realise-
and Nando's, bro.
You realise, bro.
I'm thinking, bro, like, this is like, people just...
It's little things like that a lot of people,
Makes you
a
cherish,
lot of like
man.
Western people take for granted, man. Like even just spending like minutes in the showers, like spending 10 minutes with the water just running
Running down, yeah.
and you're singing. You think you can do that in Nigeria?
Bro, no chance in hell. And the water's cold there as well.
Exactly.
Your shower lasts as long as there's water in that bucket. The moment the bucket dries out,
Which is mad, because growing up, my dad would be spending 30 minutes in that shower, and I'm thinking, big man, we went in with the same amount of water, bro.
He's hustling in there.
He's making that water fast.
Man is stretching that water for sure.
Scheming in there, bro.
There is no wastage on that water, man. Bro. Every droplet touches his body.
Efficiency. Yeah, family. It's not even little things, but it seems so little because it's such a like everyone's got it.
Yeah.
So it's not even a nigga. You can't do that again, fam. It's like Darth Vader or something. But yeah, like it just seems minimal because everyone's got it. Imagine coming to a man's house, he ain't got no lecky in his house. You're thinking, bro, we're spinning out of this thing. I'd rather be on the roadside, bro. Who am I coming for? Man ain't got no electricity, you can't even turn on the TV. I want to plug water, you can't do
as
that.
in fridge off, bro. Fuming. Yeah. As in like I'm going into rooms and I'm pulling the light cord.
I ain't got no electricity. Fuck, I
hell,
forgot. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But that one's where you have to, when you're going into your fridge, you have to plan what you're going to get. Because if you
open
the fridge too long.
Your one was worse as well because your boiler is electric.
My boiler's electric.
Oh,
exactly.
fuming.
But the only saving grace is that the hob is gas.
It's gas. Because it does electric as well.
Long. Like, now that would have been done because the thing is I still had to go to work. I had a meeting with my boss on that day, bro. Like on any other day, I would have said, you know what? I told the receptionist, no, just maybe rebook my things and come do them, whatever. But fam, I had to go in, bro. So I had to boil the water, get showered, get down there.
That would have been a wrap.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that kind of stuff only happened. That happened in like second year college, I think. Or was it first year? When I first moved to my house in Thingy, fam. I trying to get into school for, was it 8 something?
Mad. We used to start stupid hours I
got to get out and boil water to a bath because I just moved in it, so everything's still being pan.
Oh my god!
You have to boil water, and then you get to school and you got Miss Water talking down your neck. Oh, you're late, big man. If you don't close your mouth.
If you don't move out my way right
now.
I'm
saying, fam, I'm walking into school.
She was a victim, though.
No, you know what it is, yeah. She was a victim, but looking back on it now, yeah. You know what? You're right. Yeah, no, she had a biz, but it was hard to look past that.
She did have a biz.
You know, one time.
She was annoying, but she
had a biz. You know, one time I clocked this lady is getting no play. Yeah, it was one time we were standing outside of college in like main, not the one where you're late, you have to walk down, like the main one, innit? Yeah. I forgot who I was there with. There's just a few men in it. And then I think she's come from like a little jogging thing, innit? Oh, yeah. And she's just there bending down to tie a shoelace in front of bare man. And I'm thinking, like, you definitely don't get no play at home because this is.
Well, she was even telling us that she was in a bit of a predicament. Yeah. But anyway.
So like I'm coming into school late, and you got this joke, man. I'm coming to the school late like every other day. As you talking about why are you late?
You come to everything late.
Nigga, that's just mean it. Why are you late? This and that. I was just looking at her like, big man. If you don't move out of my way, don't let me sky you right down. Like, you're right in your head. And she used to talk the most crud. Most crud.
But there were sometimes where the man them were dumb, and she's. You know what? There's one time where I think it's me and Taz. Someone's phone. I don't know. Someone's phone's on the floor. Yeah. Me and Taz are playing football with his phone.
Only Taz.
She's opened the door, yeah, and it's like she's run out of words. She's like no, like big man thing.
What is going on?
Are you guys doing?
Can you blame them though? Can you? You know what it is? I feel like
super dumb.
I feel like, do you know what it is? I feel like that school, yeah, because they only dealt with females, innit? I feel like
they didn't know what to do with us.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do. They knew how to pattern the girls, innit? You know, it's all gossip and talking. But the man them is different. Like, we're rowdy. Man can be disrespectful. You're not gonna get away with certain things again.
After hours, you're winding down from the job, and you've
got niggas just bolting down the hallway and shit, just dusting each other. Like, what? This is first year as well.
You walk into a room, you see Tarek Whip and Seymour saying, "This is what friends do."
I'm so dead, bro. I was in, bro.
This is what friends do to
you. Like niggas are play fighting in fucking suits and that, punching each other up. Bro. Niggas are dashing plates in the common room and that stuff like that. You walk into that, yeah, and you think, what am I supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? Because the girls ain't doing this.
You got adults in suits,
fam. The girls are, and then the girls are just the girls. I feel like one thing I realized, because obviously it's been an all boys school from like secondary school was all boys, isn't it? Cool. When I got to the girls, yeah, I just deep like these lot clearly not like us. They're clearly, especially when it came to like I thought that when it comes to the disrespecting thing, or when it comes to the banter thing, the girls would be, because they don't really get physical. It's all words. Not to say girls don't fight, but it's more words. It's rare. So they'd probably just talk to each other. If any kind of disrespect is happening, it's via words, isn't it?
Which is what we used to do.
So obviously,
take it extra mild on, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
But coming to the girls, innit, and having a mixed sixth form, I deep like the girls that were in that sixth form. They're definitely not on what we were on.
No, I don't think there's much.
There's much
of people that were what we were on back then.
Even other guys from other places. I don't think they were on.
Yeah, no, they were probably looking at us thinking these lot of.
No, but I would like to, do you know what it is? Okay, I don't really talk to other niggas outside of our group, but I would like to believe at least
no, but
man
still,
I
feel like
you'll be man, bro. We took it to a next level.
New heights, unnecessarily new heights.
We took it to the next.
So when I got to the girls.
Yeah,
and I was maintaining the same energy. The girls are not hearing it.
How many girls did you make cry?
No, I didn't make any girls. Don't do that, man.
You sure?
You don't make cry.
I'm sure you made at least one cry.
No. Don't. I feel like after one of the first incidents with
I'm saying people cried in it.
Someone cried, and I pre the whole situation. I deeped. I said, we got to tone it down and stuff like that. These lot can't take.
We were lasting still,
bro. Even one time when D called my girl a bitch, and everything just went left. Fam, he called her a bitch. Everything went left. And I was just looking at the situation. I was thinking,
over somebody calling you a bitch.
Yeah, I was just thinking. It's not even that. Well, I mean,
a bitch, that's all you got, bro. I wish somebody called me a bitch.
Fam,
back then.
With some of the shit that niggas are saying back then. Yeah. All he said was, I did it acting like a bitch. The moment he said that, I said, oh my days, this girl's gonna lose it. And it's one of them ones where the girl that he spoke to, I feel like she's someone who's got a sharp mouth. She's got a very sharp mouth, but when he said you're a bitch, she just lost all words. She just said, yeah, long. And then that's when that's when that group went, that's when that group parted ways, because then people were taking sides. But fam, the girls definitely were on what we were on at all.
I think boys' school was different still. It was
clearly.
It was a jungle still.
Clearly different. Clearly different. Remember that time Fids punched, he dragged my man from one end of the playground. You hear this?
He fist man up.
Bro, as in,
what was it again?
Thingy, and I forgot who the other brother was. I think it was cool, yeah. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, cool. He literally. No, you won't. No, you can't listen to this nigga.
No.
When was the last time you blurred something out? No. Last episode, was it? Last episode, 2 episodes ago.
I did. I blurred out. The only one I didn't blur out was what I said.
Okay, cool. You know why? Because I had probably heard that, and I was thinking, this nigga ain't blurred out.
You heard what I said, and then when I was done, I said I'll blur it out. But then when I was editing, I was like, fuck it, man. I don't fuck.
Cool. Flipping, what's his name? Fidel must have grabbed. Yeah.
Oh,
he started.
A victim.
Bro, he started from where the basketball area is, like where we play basketball, Shaq and them. And started from there. He dragged them all the way from. Literally, they had each other like that by the collar, both of them, and he dragged from that basketball area all the way down to the table tennis, all the way down to, you see where we line up to go in for lunch.
How many meters is that?
That's very.
Just stop saying his name now, innit?
I only said it once.
No, you said the left foot. Bro, man's speaking this one.
He dragged my man so far, and I was just thinking to myself, like, do you know how embarrassing that is? Do you know how many people you have to pass to even get there?
No, but the same guy was the same person you got.
He got
fisted up again on the trip.
You know what? Let's not even talk about that one. I wonder what his thoughts are looking back on those. I don't think you know what it is. Sometimes in life, stuff happens and it shapes you, and you can look back and say, I was a bitch, or look back and say I was a certain way.
You know what it is? It's like this is the way it is. If it would be like if you're a professional boxer and your record is 0-2, that means you've had 2 fights, you've lost 2 fights. In your head, you should be thinking this boxing thing is clearly not for me.
Not for me.
But my man at the time, I think probably still now.
That's what I'm saying.
Still thinking, this fisting thing is my thing. Anybody chat to me, But bro, your record says otherwise. Your record says otherwise.
And that's the thing. Like even like speaking, like if I was to speak to him now, I still get the feeling that he would still be on the same energy of you can't disrespect me, this and that and that. But if we look at your track, like it's not really speaking much for someone who's talking the way you're talking. Do you get?
Like, be able to at least make one competitive. Both of them were not competitive at all.
And even the one in the playground, that one weren't even really. He didn't really get fist up. He just got shown that that one was.
He got shown like, listen,
levels to this.
You're a little middleweight. This is heavyweight business.
It's long. And it's long. That was the funniest thing. Watching that happen live, and you just see men crowd around people, and they would just make a way like they was flipping thingy, and he's sticking that. It was crazy.
Sellotape on him still.
Fam.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool. So let's get into the current affairs of what's been going on since we did another episode last week. I'm gonna start with this one. This is I feel like one of the most important things that's happened in the recent weeks in regards to the attempted abduction / sexual assault that guy tried to pull off in Mitcham on the little girl. And it's just so crazy because when I was seeing that happening, I was just thinking, do you know about this?
Yeah.
I was just thinking, fucking hell.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's actually crazy.
I just feel like this is a good representation of, you know how women will come out and say, oh yeah, this happens and then this happens and then this happens. And then some men or someone else, that it doesn't even have to be a man, could say, oh yeah, but it happens to this as well, or trying to reduce their experiences and stuff. It's just, I feel like it's a good representation because not all of it gets, caught on camera, or not all of it, comes out into the forefront of whatever's going on. So I feel like it makes it, because before that, you'd think maybe it happens, but it doesn't. Not as brazen as that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the one thing I always like to say. Hearing about something and seeing something are two different things. Are two completely different things.
Like, this was broad daylight, 4K, like, as in recorded, and my thing. Bro. It's just, as well, as hearing the voice of the girl.
The girl was petrified.
The CCTV man's pulled up. It's like she's sensed it, but you can't do that.
You can't, at that age, what are you going to do?
Exactly, and he's put his hands over her mouth, so she can't scream, she can't do anything. But in that situation, like most of them, they said, "Oh, I've seen or read online." It's like in that situation, you freeze. Like, but as a young kid, what the hell are you meant to do? So I just feel like kudos to the lady. 100%.
And kudos to the little girl. Do you know what it is? If there's one thing I was saying about thingy is because people always say like, men shouldn't do this and men shouldn't do that, but I feel I don't like that conversation because we're here now. Like,
men shouldn't do what?
Like, because obviously people are gonna say like men shouldn't behave in that way. Men shouldn't.
I agree with you, and that's what I wanted to take this conversation as well.
Before you go there, I don't hate that conversation, not because like when people say it, it's like they see it as if you teach men to do this and do that, then that's the end of the conversation. And I think certain niggas out there, men out there,
they're just crazy.
They're just crazy anyway.
Looking at man doesn't look all the way there.
He doesn't look all the way there, full stop. So obviously teaching men not to do stuff will definitely have an impact because certain people realise, you know what, this ain't the move. But certain men are just gonna do what they're gonna do regardless. Do you get it?
And off the back of what you just said, because a lot of the stuff I was seeing on Instagram and like I was gonna say Twitter, but that would have been a cap still, and like Snap was something about it's not they were saying it's not a let's protect our girls thing, it's a let's educate our sons sort of thing, which I agree with.
100%.
But then I'm saying, but my thingy to that is this. Obviously, I don't know what it feels like to be a woman and to not feel safe and things like that. But my thing is, it's like an unspoken rule. There's nobody who's giving birth to children, especially sons, and telling them go out and rape women.
Yeah.
And if you are doing that, I hope you die. I hope something bad happens to you. But nobody's out here teaching their sons, especially their young sons, to grow up and telling them sexually assault women, because everybody comes from a woman. You wouldn't like if somebody did that to your mum or to your sister or to your nieces or to your aunties.
But then again, even if you don't know your mum, or say in a world where you have no
contact with females like that,
contact with women, still
Still,
fundamentally
it's mad
should
thing.
not be acceptable.
It's the same way as saying, oh yeah, let's teach
It's
our.
unacceptable.
It's not acceptable. It's the same way you don't say, oh, let's teach our sons not to kill each other. It's like it goes without saying.
Right, nigga, yeah.
Anybody who is doing this, they've been taught not to do it, but they're just wrongins and
Anyway.
they're doing it and they should be banished from society.
Full stop.
So when people go, oh, let's educate our sons, I agree with that. Yeah, cool. Let's maybe not. Maybe when they're saying it, maybe what they mean isn't, let's educate our sons to not blatantly try to go abduct a little girl from a school. Maybe it's more the what's the word I'm looking for? Things that's not out there as much. So for
Not as
example, like
obvious.
things that are not as obvious. Like so for example, being in a club and like grabbing up a girl, for example.
Yeah.
Let's teach men that is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Right, shit like that. Cool, I get. But in terms of when something like this has happened and then the response is let's educate our sons.
Don't make no
cool,
sense.
I get it, but those people who will do this, those are fucking nonsense, bruv.
They're gonna do it anyway. And I watched the I thought, what's his name? This Sideman.
Yeah, Sideman.
What's
Sideman
it?
all day or something.
Yeah, and obviously he made a point about like speaking to your kids and speaking to your kids past just surface level conversation in terms of like just talking to them about how school was and what they learned at school and how their day was and stuff like that. And with situations like this, having like a conversation about some of the stuff that goes on in the real world, because unfortunately, even though they're kids and they should really live without fear because you're there to protect them and blah blah blah, it's a crazy world, and at some point you're gonna have to educate your kids, even if it's a little bit, even if it's just a little bit, about taking precautions and just being watchful and being mindful of certain things. Like obviously it's sad that those kind of responsibilities you got to place on your kids, but at this point you ain't really got a choice.
Yeah.
If you're gonna allow your kids to go to school and go home by themselves, then you have to understand that they have to take some sort of responsibility for their safety, even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though they shouldn't really have to. There's definitely
It's the world now. Exactly.
It's not. We can't always
not
live
ideal.
in a utopia. We
Yeah.
can't always live in the best possible scenario.
It's the same way that women now have to have like a rape alarm on their keychain. It's like
sad.
It's very sad, and it's very, very saddening that this has to happen. But it's a precaution from these wrongs that are roaming the streets, unfortunately.
In the famous words, the slogan is prevention is better than cure.
100%.
If you can do anything to prevent something that it's not in your control from happening
Do
to
it.
you, bruv, do it, because at the end of the day, I'd rather you take all the precautionary measures than to not have to deal with the trauma of something like that happening to you. And off the back of what you're saying in regards to, I ain't call that shit still. In regards to educating your kids, I feel like a lot of people, maybe it's more of a,
Sorry, there's a fly that's...
yeah, there's just a fly that's doing flying man around.
It's by your left leg. Jesus Christ.
I can't see shit. But yeah, in regards to educating your children, I feel like maybe a lot of it is based on, actually a lot of it is based on here, because for example, when I came here now at the age of what, like 10, 10, yeah, my mum wouldn't let me go to school by myself. So she would take me to school and she would come pick me up. Whereas I'd been going to school by myself in Nigeria for like I've been going to school by myself in Nigeria since I was 5. Like I would wake up, brush my teeth, my clothes by then would have probably been ironed, put it on, have a shower as well, put it on, walk to school, even though the school was like a 30-minute walk away, walk to school, same when I'm coming back, walk back home. And it's like, but that conversation was had with me from a very young age, which a lot of people might think is too young to have that conversation about, but was had with me from a very young age. If this person tries to talk to you, dead. If this, like, obviously that was the area I grew up in, so I know like people around and stuff. But it's kind of, if these sort of things ever happen, you're equipped to know what to do. But it seems like a lot of people don't have that conversation with their kids in this country, because there's this idea about protecting the innocence of your children. Like,
so you cover their eyes to certain things.
So you cover their eyes to certain things, where in Nigeria it's kind of, listen, big man, yeah, it's a tough world. There's no, like, we don't grow up believing in Santa Claus, but we don't grow up believing in no tooth fairy. They let you know straight from the get-go. As soon as you're able to understand and comprehend what they're telling you, this is what's going on, this is what's going on. Because even my sister saw the video, my sister was just like, wow, this is so bad, blah, blah, blah. And I was saying, big man, the school you went to in Nigeria, like 20 girls got abducted from your school. Like, it's not.
it's
It's
peak.
nothing. It's nothing. It's sad, but it's nothing new. It's nothing that's never, pun that intended.
Yeah.
But it's nothing that's never happened before. So it's kind of like, but again, it's the seeing it part of it that shocks people. But it just goes back to, you have to educate your children. It's sad that we have to say that there's sick men like that in the world that are looking out to take advantage of young women, young boys. Is a sick world out there, and you just have to be able to educate your children enough so that they know what to do in that situation.
I'm not well saying educate your kids and teach them like kung fu and that, because in that situation, there's
there's
nothing she could have done. Do you know what I'm saying? But at least, for example, not say teach my kung fu, but when man says educate your kids, the way that other girl was able to notice that something was off.
Something was off.
That's what we're talking about. Obviously, the little girl that was even in the situation herself, cool. There's nothing she could have done. But off the watchful eye of the other girl, she was able to notice, something's off of that. She told her older sister, and the older sister went to go investigate. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the kind of education that we're talking about. It's not saying little kids should learn how to do kung fu, because if you're like 10, bro. Niggas, there's nothing you can do. You will get bagged like your Haribos. Like it's peak out here, but you know what? Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you shouldn't. But there's nothing you can do. But thank you for clarifying.
I was gonna say about this
because even in Nigeria, because it was like because the bad times in Nigeria, you know, hey, they believe in money rituals out there. They'll grab up kids,
like it's
dash you in the car, boom. My dad used to always tell me, listen, the house is 30-minute walk away. You can run that in 12 minutes if you're in danger. Run. This person's shop is here. This person's shop is here. This person's shop is here. No matter where it is, go here. You know, things like that. Especially if you're trusting your kids to be able to
do that.
Exactly, you have that.
You know,
kind of measures in place.
And it's so funny because even in there's a video on YouTube. This was ages ago, so it was years ago, but. And I think it's Japan or China, I don't know which one it is, but their kids go to school by themselves. As in, by a certain age, the kids they're going from school. The responsibilities that they place upon their kids at that age is a lot more than maybe what some people over here place on their kids. The kids are going to school. It's like if you went there and you woke up in the morning 7 and you're on your walks, you will see kids by themselves, brothers and sisters holding hands. They're going to school by themselves. It's not parents are not with them. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, if that's the kind of society they live in. Even over there, stuff is still happening, and I'm sure over there, if you're gonna let your kids go to school, they definitely have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? To let your kids know, like, open your eyes and ears, because if I'm gonna trust you with this kind of responsibility, then this is what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just a conversation that needs to be had over here. Yeah. Just at a fundamental level, anyway, because. Obviously, in that situation, there's nothing that girl could have done. Yeah. So then,
after everybody else around.
Yeah. Then after having that conversation with your kids, then everyone else who's not involved in that kid's life needs to just be aware to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think maybe it could even be something that the school can also teach. Yeah. You know what the funny thing is, schools, because if for example, because the question will be asked, how is it that this brother was able to come to the school and take the girl from school and no one noticed? But obviously, I don't know what makes sense, because some of the videos show the guy on the road, not at the school,
it's like
right?
He's like on the street and he
just grips the girl. But then the video was the girl coming from was the girl who was getting picked up by her sister. Yeah. So I don't know where exactly he picked this girl up from.
You know what this also goes to show. I think it goes to show the sick culture and some men out there, because remember when we were growing up as well, when we will see the big Mercedes, pulling up
the compressor,
and then the girls will be getting in. I'll be thinking all these uncles, blah blah blah. But bro, looking back at it,
that shit is dangerous. Disgusting,
it's
bro. It's dangerous stuff.
It's predatory. 100%. It's pedophilic. Yeah. It's disgusting. Yeah. And it's like it's been. I don't want to say glorified, because I don't think it's been glorified, but it's
like
kind
it's
of
just
we've
the
allowed it
idea
to happen.
of having someone that's older than you. It's kind of like looking after you, kind of thing, or having. It's the same with Mandem. Not saying it's just girls. It's just the same with Mandem. Like having, like you boasting about, this.
Oh, the babe is on
me.
Yeah.
I think it's just that.
But
I think it's more. I think it's more common with girls, especially in college. College is first time. How many man? Trust me, bruv. Niggas have stories day long about girls in college not even looking at Mandem in college.
Oh yeah, no, 100. That was our story.
That was our story. Like they weren't looking at us at all.
Not saying that we were saying then going to go and go and
Find younger
be
girls.
scouting.
No. But they were not paying
We
attention
took
to
our
us.
L.
Exactly.
We took our L. Wait for the glow up to happen.
That's why we're running in the lobby because we had no girls.
No babes to talk to.
And we didn't care. We were fine. No
You know what I'm
babes,
saying?
we were
But
fine.
when you're in college and the girls in college, yeah, they're on the phone. But one time I was in thingy, I was in the computer room, and one of the girls was on the phone to the next man. I forgot his name, man, because he was a somebody. Still is, to be honest. And then I thought, wow, how old is my man? I'm hearing like 27. And she's in first year college. It's not even 16. She's 16. He's 27.
For goodness sake.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's 27. So like even certain girls were getting muted by uncles, certain of our bread. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously at that age it seems fun and games. Girls are but
when you deep in
it's a wrong it's a wrong behaviour. And then on top of that, like I feel like that's the kind of stuff that leads to girls getting rinsed. I don't want to say rinse, quote unquote, but they get into situations with certain people that are a lot older than them, and they get pressured into doing certain things they don't want to, and then they become known as that girl who's.
But then, what would be your way to combat that? Because obviously, you don't want to put it all on the women. You don't want to put it all on the women and the females in this situation.
No.
You know what it is.
So what do we do to combat that?
Like we said before, those guys are gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. Cool. We can educate and say, yeah, man, this is not the move, which is having an impact already.
Because if
people are getting called out,
If you were to tell me, if you at your big age now, you were to tell me that, I called you and say, what are you doing? Man's just in front of this college still waiting for me.
Crazy, man.
I swear to God, I swear on my mother's life, I am calling the police and I'm giving them the exact location. And guess what? Me and Mons will drive there first.
Punch you up.
Yeah, we'll punch you up, and then so that when the police gets there,
it's an easy bringing.
It's an easy arrest. Suspect's been apprehended. Funny enough, he was on the floor bleeding.
He was on the floor. You get. So like, one is to educate, because I feel like with the movement that's been happening all along in 2020. It's starting to like open people's eyes and educate people. If you didn't know this before and you're on social media, you definitely know now. There's no way you've been on Twitter, Instagram, so any of that stuff here, and you haven't been exposed to this stuff. Cool. So that's definitely having an impact. So one is education. Two, it's also talking to the females, because when you're a young age, you're
like
naive, fantasy, everything's bliss.
Just make sure you pop that bubble,
pop that bottle quickly. If you've got a younger sister,
I was having this conversation with a woman the other day, and it's about how women. Obviously, they say that women mature a lot quicker than
especially at that age. Man.
Especially at that age, like their brain age is a lot older than our brain age. So because of that reason, it's like that's what I was telling her. I was like, why is it that? Because I genuinely just wanted to know, why is it that women are so quick, or young girls are so quick to no longer want to be innocent, whereas us. At that age, bruv, like you said, we were happy.
I just wanted to kick balls still.
We were happy kicking ball, playing
games,
FIFA.
all that stuff.
That was it. We used to play match attacks.
Life, bro.
We were playing match attacks. We didn't care about no girls.
Yu-Gi-Oh and that
video games were my life. Like, I'd be on the Ultimate Team app in science, bro. I was a strong stranglehold. FIFA had me, bro. FIFA 10 to FIFA 10 to FIFA 17, 18.
Even then,
stranglehold,
even then, with like what we were wearing, bro. I was very happy wearing AstroTurf on jeans, bro. I did not care,
bro.
The swag back then.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Sunday night, I was going to sleep thinking I've got a week ahead of lunchtime and playtime football.
Vicky,
tennis ball.
Vicky,
bro, that was my highlight of my whole shit.
Me too.
Tennis ball, not even a real football.
It was tennis ball. Niggas are kicking tennis ball around as a football. Absolutely weighing each other in.
That was our highlight, but it's for girls. It's completely different. Like they didn't have that, and I was so curious. I just wanted to know, like, why is it that is the case?
I feel like it's probably just how, like you said, girls mature quicker than men, and obviously there's men out there that know that the younger girls are looking for that experience.
I feel
so
like
they prey upon that.
Yeah, they feel like it won't take much
to spin a girl like that. So they prey upon that. And if that's the way,
which is wrong.
If that's the way the girls are, I feel then it's then the job, or it's I don't want to say the job, but it's upon elders, whether it's a man or a woman, to let the younger girls know, like, at this age, that's not the move.
Yeah.
At 16, 17,
nothing to do
18.
with exactly.
You have your whole life ahead of you of
Exactly.
men chasing
Like,
you. Don't
bro,
start.
like,
don't
start
let it
now.
start
These big ass men have no
no
right
reason.
or no reason to
No
be chasing
reason
up.
to be
Like,
down
there's nothing
here.
to talk about. Like,
And like
what
here,
to talk
there's no
about?
conversation here.
What
If
do you do at
man's
school?
approaching you in
Big
his
man,
car,
that's scary.
bro, man's approaching you in his big car, telling you, yo, what you been up to today, fam? She's been in college, bro. You're outside the college, nigga. Asking
What
what she
do
been
you
up
think
to.
she's doing?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Flipping-
Like, there's no conversation to be had. And I think it's one of those ones
Solving
where
crime on the
it
streets
has to
or
be kind of like a constant conversation, because at that age, yeah, especially I can imagine, especially for females, you feel very empowered. You feel like you're you're taking ownership of your life. So I don't think it's gonna be a one conversation that will let the girl know this is not the move. But
Also, it's kind of like with that as well. But it can also be very scary for, let's say you're 16 and you just come out of college and you've seen a guy in a BMW and he's pulled up to you.
100%.
It's very scary
At
and
the
very
same
daunting
time,
for
yeah.
you to then turn that person down.
it's one of those ones where I was even just as I was gonna say with the in the case of that little girl, that everyone's kind of should be holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
Certain the parents and people in the community should be telling these girls and these boys you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But also the school should be held accountable to a degree. But the thing is, there's been many cases where things have gone on around the school that the school should have been in charge of.
Because I remember
But
with our school, once it was like time to go, like at the end of the day, there'll be like teachers down the street
Down the
wearing
street,
the high vis.
lit it up.
Yeah.
Mr.
Like,
Miss
all
PC
around
Marcus
the-
and that
yeah.
up
All
and down the
all-
thing.
all around the
Grosey,
school.
I've seen the other days.
Yeah.
too.
fam, Groves ain't even. One time I seen some heresy, so I'm gonna tell him, listen, go to Mr. Groves and tell him my name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch if you don't get free school meals the next day.
First head boy in
Come on,
Were
you
you
know
the first
that-
head boy?
yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
First head boy in there.
Tell him to see if you don't get no
Folklore
free
legends
school
and
meals the
Come
next
on.
day, fam.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like,
Come
it's
on.
it's up. You know what I'm saying? Like to a degree.
You put that on your CV.
No, nigga.
Me, I put that in the first thing, bro.
I put it, me too.
First head boy.
I put head boy in secondary school, head boy in sixth form.
You know when you put your name in the top, I'll put it in brackets first head boy.
You know what it is, yeah? Fam, some of the stuff that they made seem so important at that age don't mean jack.
Well, like
nothing.
GCSEs.
Stuff, bro.
Or NCS.
NCS. Whenever, or like Duke of Edinburgh, no one gives a toss, really, bro.
one gives a toss.
No one gives a. But anyway,
Climbing mountains for no reason.
fam,
They
fuming.
saw those dreams.
Dreams. But yeah, like, so there's a degree of responsibility that the school should technically take on, but because there's so much going on, I'm sure that let me not even quote it, but there's definitely been cases where stuff is happening in certain schools and the school has been sued, and the school is basically saying that it's not our responsibilities to do certain things. But if you're an organisation that is in charge of kids,
Yeah.
then their safety is also something that
Yeah.
you should clearly
As soon as
worry about. Even
as
if
soon
it's,
as they're within a certain radius of that school,
then it should
or
be on
certain
your mind,
perimeter,
like,
yeah,
these
their
kids are within
safety,
our, you know what I'm saying?
especially at that age as well. Because obviously, once you get to like a 14, 15, like with us, for example, as a boy, as a 14, 15-year-old, you can kind of protect yourself,
kind of.
not fully. But for example, when you were 14, Jesus Christ, if anybody ever tried to abduct you, I feel sorry for them. It would have been a long day. It would have been a long day.
At least I would have put off more of a fight
Yeah,
than
you'd have put
a
more-
female my
Exactly.
age, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But there's a degree of responsibility that the school needs to take on, that parents need to take on, that other parents need to take on for other kids around the school. Because you're going to pick up your kids from school. You're not really preeing anyone else's kid.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't blame you, because you don't want to be looking out for someone else's kid and someone thinks you're trying to abduct another kid. But even then, at least, like, you should be vigilant. And I feel like at the very least that's what everyone can do to kind of say, yeah, do you know what, I've done my part, they've done their part, and then, you know what I'm saying, like, it doesn't fall
It's
off.
like if everybody does their
A
part,
little bit.
it should be good enough.
It should be good enough to
be-
at least hold
yeah.
up a certain line, and no one has to do a mad thing. And
I think that's the cleverest thing you've ever said, you know.
you're right.
Farted.
No, I'm
Bro.
just saying, no. It's not even like a part.
Don't touch me, don't touch me.
It's not a part, bro. I'm saying, like, it makes sense.
Okay, cool.
Because it seems like when situations like this happen, it's like what we were saying. The automatic thing, which I've been seeing, is
Responsibility
educate men.
falls on
Educate
one
men,
side of the thing,
or
yeah.
this. But it's like, in order for us to minimize the risk that can
Effectively.
happen at all, everybody has to play their part.
Yeah.
If the parents play their part, the school plays their part. men
play their
part.
There's so many people involved that the
Yeah.
responsibility is fragmented, and everyone just takes a little
That's
bit.
what I'm saying.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense, but people don't see it that way.
And
if you check, you know, one of the things though, I don't like to bring that point when I'm talking to females, because if you try to argue that point, it basically seems like you're saying
it's their fault. But
or it feels like you're saying it's their fault, and educating men has nothing to do with it, bro. That's not what man's trying to say. There. So for me, this conversation with females is hard to have because they're ready to see it as me saying not just educate men but educate females. Basically saying they don't like to see it as why should we take responsibility for stuff that is happening for us via men. But what else can you do?
But then we take the same responsibility, because if you are walking down the road now and something was to happen to you and another man was to have done it, we wouldn't think straight away educate men. It would be, what can we do to minimize this risk happening
from both parties?
Sides.
So that's
have you seen that in that Mitcham area they have now created a school patrol?
That's the thing that I was going to even get onto. It's just it was good to see the community coming together and realizing that this is something that's really wrong. And even as soon as they, it was funny. It's like as soon as this happened, someone found his address, found his number, found his
easy.
Bro, I'll be real. You can't do something like that in the community and get away with it.
Rightly so. I'm so happy.
The only thing I don't like, obviously the whole situation is peak, but the only thing I think went a bit left for me is that certain youths found his address, and obviously his address is where his mum stays as well. And so they went up to the door and
that was all clout.
They were talking wild on the thing, and I didn't know this. Jib showed me this, and I was just thinking that is too much. Because imagine the poor lady doesn't even know what her son is on, and then for her to find out in a situation where bare man in front of your door talking right, and then they're telling you your son's a certain type of way, you're gonna think to yourself, not only are you finding out that your son is a weirdo, but you're also being harassed by bare different ways. Do you know what I'm saying? If she was to go to the police, to the police and say, yo, these guys harassed me, not only is it true, but there's also evidence online that this many men were at this location at a day. So if they arrested you for harassment and you're rightly so, you should be going down. So if you're bro,
that's a grown man as well.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't really say
he's 26 or something like that.
Bruv,
it's disgusting, man.
Bro, it's mad. It's so
I saw
crazy.
it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I couldn't watch the video because
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I heard her
her voice, the other thing is
I
watched the video with no sound in it. And I was thinking, right, like, what's going on? It wasn't until because I was swiping. There's like 3 slides in it. When I got to the last one, I was like, so I pressed the thing to hear the sound, and all you could hear is just a little girl, bro. Fam, I literally heard like 2 seconds. I said, this ain't it. I can't really do this, bro.
Especially when you've got younger siblings, boy or girl.
It's mad. You're thinking like this could happen broad daylight, and man he was honestly, if that little girl didn't see anything wrong, he would have gotten away with it. And it's mad to think that it's happening. But if
it's been another girl's life ruined,
right, like that.
That's traumatizing.
But it's probably been ruined.
Yeah,
probably been ruined.
Still is.
It was crazy.
But it could have been, the situation could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse now. So
if they catch, bro, let them catch that guy, bro.
I think they already arrested him.
Yeah, they arrested him already.
It's sad that he didn't get. It's sad that he didn't get flogged before he got arrested.
Sadly, sad that the streets didn't get him first.
It's sad that he didn't get flogged before he got arrested. Then again, I'll be real. I feel like if the streets reached them before the police, there wouldn't be no arrests.
Also, what this also shows is this, all of you people that post stuff on the internet thinking that the Metropolitan Police is not seeing.
Bro, they are seeing.
The Metropolitan Police is seeing.
Because man, they were pulling up and feds are already there.
Yeah, they're already there outside the crib.
Yeah, so they know. They're active, nigga. They're there.
They're seeing, they're watching.
So just be careful what you put online, which is why it didn't make any sense how man roll up to his mum's door doing so much. The feds, they were watching that. They were definitely watching that.
Of course.
Off topic, yeah. Just like 3 a.m. yesterday, someone on my Instagram goes live. I'm thinking, raw. You're going live
at 3 a.m.
At 3 a.m. I thought, let's see what we're talking about. I was playing games in it. So once that session stopped, I was playing Call of Duty. Once that session stopped, I said, let me pre the vibe. Let me pre the live in it. Come on the live, yeah. And then obviously they're asking questions, like 10 people in the live, asking questions in it, yeah.
Famous.
And then one of the questions is,
Breaking barriers.
what's your body count? I said, fucking hell.
Wow.
On the live.
Is it women on this live or men?
Who do you think? It was a woman on the live, but it was
it's man.
clearly man them in the questions. And
I
I
was
think,
asking what's your body count.
and I'm thinking these are the questions that are being asked at 3 a.m. UK time.
On a
Wednesday. On a Wednesday. What's your body count?
Cuck in hand.
Fam, what type?
He was Arnie. A-R-N-Y. He was Arnie.
Fam, what's your type? What's your perfect date?
But it's always a certain type of man.
No, don't diss the one, bro.
I'm not. But there's
a certain type of man. Because
like,
why would you ask man what's your body count on a live?
I wouldn't expect any of you lot to be creeping at 3 a.m. in someone's live asking
What's your body?
count.
But then again, the girl herself.
Listen, nigga, you know the one. I'm just joking.
Yo, chill.
With that trim as well.
Stupid shit that's gone. But you know what is the girl herself, as wavy as she is, yeah.
You gotta trim that. You wanna come at me, yeah?
The camera's not here, man. Relax.
The camera's not here, man.
As wavy as that girl is, some of the questions she was asking, she's a chewing gum individual as well.
Did she answer?
She didn't answer that question. She didn't answer the question, but she was asking like some of the people in the thingy questions.
Question?
Let me think. She must have asked this one. So some guy joined her live. Yeah, she must have asked the guy. What would you do, yeah, if you walked in and your girlfriend was kissing her dad? What kind of question is that? Tell me, at 3:30 in the morning, what kind of question is that?
No. You know what? It makes sense why them niggas were asking that type of question.
Yeah.
Because it depends on the sort of people you have in your thing.
Yeah.
If that's the way she thinks, then that explains the sort of people she had.
Was high.
Like, that was as in like that's probably one of the wildest questions. Like that was she asked that question.
What would you do?
She asked that question and I closed the live there and then. As in like after that question,
you can't be involved
in the comments, I said, "What kind of question is this? What the fuck?" And I just closed it and I went to play Call of Duty. What the fuck kind of question is that at 3:30 in the morning? What do you mean, am I doing? Yeah,
that's his daughter.
She's asking. Is man alright? I said that's his daughter. She's asking, man.
What is that his daughter?
Well, your lips her daughter.
No. I'm saying that's his daughter.
She's getting married. Yeah, like.
No.
Oh yeah, love you, babe.
Did you not just say what was it? That's his daughter, bro.
Yeah.
They think I'm out.
Oh yeah, I'm out. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, what kind of question is that? What did she think the answer was gonna be? Yeah, like I'll join in as well. What the fuck? I was asking, what would you do if you walked in and your babe's his lips and her dad? What do you want me to do?
Dumb. People be saying dumb shit.
Fam, it was honestly when I swear that was a question. When I saw it and I thought to myself, it is too early in the morning for me to be seeing shit like this, fam. It's too early in the morning for me to be. Bro, I had to close the live. And then she came on, and I felt like that live ended, and then she came on live again. I said, I'm not going to do that.
And Instagram needs to stop that. Stop telling me when people go
bro.
Like,
no, you can.
Can you?
And there's certain people that go live. They'll go live like twice, yeah. And then they're not on live. They've just gone on live just to. I feel like because when you go on live, it broadcasts to people that you've gone live in it, but they don't actually go on. When you get it, there's nothing there. When you get
just through their profile.
Yeah, so I feel like they've done it on purpose just to get people to what's it called? Because the American things on the other account, they just be going live every other like at specific times. They'll go live, nothing there, and you're just. I feel like it's just to broadcast your account so people see it, so they click it, so they check. Because if you go live, it tells bare people, and those people will view your page, and then obviously, niggas gonna like your pictures or something. Yeah, but that was just the off note thing, fam. Don't be on your live asking about what your body count is.
So we've gone into another lockdown.
Joke thing.
What are you gonna do this lockdown to ensure that you come out of it better?
Uni work.
Hear that one live.
Yeah,
I got uni work to do. As in like, after today, other than the pod, I'm not really gonna be outside like that at all. Obviously, there's nothing to do outside anyway. But yeah, like as in, I got uni work to do, nigga. I'm gonna be at home, slanging that.
Yeah. Boy, me. Vibes, isn't it?
Same thing.
House party, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but the thing is, I'm in furloughs. I gotta be.
Pay for 62. We'll be back on house party.
You know my vibes. Listen,
vibes.
Looking for baby mums on the prowl, fam.
That's a DMs.
So I'm good.
Oh my! Yeah, bro, hey, remember the thing that was on house party, and then like recently she got married to my man.
Yeah.
Jolting.
Crazy.
Joe, bro, as in like,
I don't know. You told me.
the way she was feeling for this brother, the way she was, as in like,
And
she was
just
a
got
crack
mad,
addict,
Nightmare.
tapping on the skin, coming back over and over and over again.
Bro, this is even with what we saw last night in Shoreditch with my man's with my girl's man. That you said is always in
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Bro, I have trust issues.
No, it's bro. As in, there's listen, chingums are rife in this community,
Right.
How do you? But it's like now you don't find out till it's too late,
bro. As
You've
you've got a whole family, and you know that your man, your not your man, your husband is roaming Shoreditch.
Never just bro. It's the woman as well now.
I feel like
Because like with the one on the house party, my man is probably saying I'm the luckiest man alive.
Bro.
Do you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is, yeah?
She's feeling for my man.
Do you know what it is? He been knowing because when she used to come on house party and talk to this guy, he was coming in like 5 minutes later, like a close second, yeah.
But she was still doing it though.
No, but obviously he knows what he's getting. Bro, you can't be chasing your wife up and down because she's on house party to next man.
And you still decide
and get
to marry her.
You know what you're getting married into.
Bro,
you have to know.
You saw the
moves.
the chingum activity was high.
Yeah,
but you still
no. So with him in that case, enough. But is that
Well, it
people?
wasn't even chingum. It's just that
Unnecessary.
It was just like, it's not even like second fiddle. It was like,
Me and you are engaging on I don't spend my hard working money to buy you a ring
but
so I
this
can
is
be
the
chasing you around the
but
house
this
party.
is the thing. It's a
That
selection.
is sad, bro.
It's a selection though. Like, you can see this is the kind of activity she's getting up to.
Full stop.
There's
Anyway.
a pattern. Bro, just don't involve yourself in why marriage.
But you know what's so crazy though? Because
Marriage,
he
marriage
married he married her a couple months later. So I would like to believe that they were probably already engaged at that point.
They would have been. You don't get married like
Like that.
Yeah.
So they were probably been engaged.
Bro, that's a sad
So I'm
story,
giving my
fam.
ring back, nigga. Might have to put that shit on the house,
Oh,
bro.
God,
You
listen.
think I'll be engaged
Some
to a girl? I'll
VVS's.
come on a house party and I see you in a room and I go into the room and it's
This nigga.
If you don't bank transfer me the funds for that ring back straight away.
So dumb, bro.
You see how
I
like,
don't bother coming home. I've changed the locks.
But it's not even that. It's just the fun. Like,
Just
why
fundamental,
the
sorry,
hell
bro.
are you here? No,
Why
no,
are
but
you
not
here?
in the first. Not even. Why are you here?
Who?
the girl.
The babe. No,
Oh, yeah, oh no.
the thing
I thought you were talking about the man.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Why
you
is she
can do
here?
whatever you want.
And you're here.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can do whatever you want in your hair.
Yeah.
Cool. I've seen this now. Just. Oh, you know what? Yeah,
Man don't even want to incriminate himself. There's all stuttering and that. But you know what it is, yeah. You know the things. I didn't have an issue with her being. Obviously, when I saw that they were married and I was putting two and two together, it's not a problem that she was on house party because when and truly cool.
Yeah, you
like,
can
Like,
do
the way
what.
she's
That's what I'm saying.
feeling.
You can.
it's
do
the way she was
whatever.
moving. Like, cool, you can be at a house party and just make friends and just be cool. Like, definitely, the app is just literally just there just to talk to people. We definitely weren't in lockdown for a very long time.
Yeah.
Even if you're married, you can't spend 3 months talking to your spouse back and forth. It's impossible. So cool, be on lockdown. I mean, be on house party, nigga. But you get frustrated.
But once it gets to a certain level, you say no.
You know
okay,
what?
cool.
I
Yeah,
need
this
some
has
me
gone
time,
past,
innit?
yeah,
You can go house party, find new people to talk to. That's fine. But if you're just there just to entertain yourself as a friend thing, cool.
Yeah,
but the way
that's
she was moving,
crazy.
if this nigga gave her the bird call, she's flying to that coop, nigga. Flying. What? If my man said, yo, listen, after lockdown, boom, 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 boom. Everything that he said, all the booms that he
After
just said.
lockdown, from what you're saying, if you had said during lockdown,
Yeah, long.
Wow.
I don't know what she was doing there.
Boy, all I'm saying, final note is the game is the game, innit?
The game is the game.
like I always say, don't hate the player, hate the game.
game.
If you don't like the game, sub out. Amen.
You're dumb. There was a.
you know that there's some football players that when the games get a bit too tough for them, you know what they do? They need to
Yeah,
signal.
exactly. They go down crap,
You the signal. That's what you do.
Scorelines moving a bit higgy still.
No, that's what they do, man.
Yeah,
That's what
scorelines
they
moving a bit. But yeah, so boom, we're gonna wrap it up here. Or...
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got nothing else to say.
Yeah, cool.
Oh yeah, let's still say NSARS.
And SARS. Fuck Buhari.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. What episode were we again? Did you
I
check?
didn't.
Jesus,
124. What's it? 124? 25.
But you know what? Yeah, kudos to us. You know, we've done 25 episodes.
Gang.
I'm not gonna lie. When we started, I thought we'd do 10.
Yeah, this guy alright.
No, I just
The
thought.
thing is, You know, until a couple wobbles, obviously life, but the consistency.
No,
I like even people were saying the consistency was high still.
Yeah, there's never been a point where we haven't done it just because we can't be covered. It's always been something that's happened that we actually can't do it.
The English is going to betray me, but extenuating circumstances.
No, you're good. No, you're good there.
Yeah, it's not how you quite say it, but you know, it'll pass.
I'm a scholar from listen.
What is it how you say it?
What did he say?
Matting. Anyway.
After big man.
Bro, after it started, I gave up. He started and I said, no.
I said, what did he say? Was he listening?
He started and it just sounded wrong, and I just let me just turn my ears off to this.
Say less, but just final words and just talk to your kids. Everyone stay safe. Yeah. Everybody play their part. And no one has to take crazy responsibilities in it.
And stay safe during this lockdown.
Stay sane.
Yeah.
Do something new.
Go for a run, man. Yeah, because that's what I'm going to have to do now. I'm going to start running again.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Which is long.
I was going to say I would do the same, but...
You're not doing that, bro. I know you.
It's so long.
That's us out, innit?
In a bit.
Scrap.